Welcome to the world of health and disease. We are moving across the last part of the chapter and we are discussing regarding drugs as well as alcohol abuse. Now, as we have already came across various different types of the drugs that have been extracted from the plants. One is the opioid drugs, cannabinoid drugs, coca alkaloid drugs that have been extracted from their respective plants. One is the poppy plant, Papaver somniferum. Second one is the hemp plant, Cannabis sativa, and third one is the coca plant, where it is also called as Erythroxylum coca. So, from all these different types of the plants, we are extracting the drugs. These drugs are used in the field of medicine, and suppose if the quantity and the dose increases, we call it as abuse. So, abuse is nothing but it's just like an exploitation without any proper authorization. Okay. So, that is why drugs will be used for the treatment of various sorts of the diseases. Either it is a mental illness, insomnia condition, either in the form of painkiller injection, as we have studied regarding the morphine, which is used by the doctors. So, morphine is used as a painkiller injection during surgery, because whenever the surgery is done, then after that there might be the pain that will radiate out from the surgery part. So, to reduce that pain, the painkiller injections are given, and especially it is a morphine injection. Okay. So, that is why this is the usage of the drug in a proper way according to the medical practitioners. Now, let us move on to the one more type of drug where we come across tobacco. So, next one is tobacco. Now, tobacco, again it is a plant, and from this plant it contains an alkaloid called as nicotine. So, it contains nicotine, an alkaloid. So, tobacco contains nicotine, and this nicotine is said to be a strong stimulant. This is a strong stimulant. So, nicotine which is present in the tobacco, it is a strong stimulant. This word is most important. Stimulants are those drugs which keeps the person very alert, very active. For example, tea and coffee. Why do we drink tea and coffee? Because it acts like a stimulant. Okay, early morning or in the late evening, so we will have tea as well as coffee, because they contain a stimulant called as caffeine. Okay, it is a stimulant and it is a mild stimulant. Okay, which keeps you active. During examination, whenever you will be doing the night out, you will feel to have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, because it is a stimulant which keeps you awake. Okay. Now, similarly, what will happen is, here in case of the tobacco, it is also a stimulant, but it is a strong stimulant. Got the difference? This is also a stimulant, it is a strong stimulant. Tea and coffee are also stimulant, but they are mild stimulant. Why we call it as a strong stimulant? Because it goes, these nicotine centers, they are present in the central nervous system. It goes and binds to the CNS. It keeps the person very active and he does not get sleep. This is why the persons who are night riders, truck drivers or the lorry drivers, bus drivers, okay, any kind of drivers, they have the habit of eating the tobacco. It is due to this reason only, because it keeps them awake, otherwise they will get sleep. That is the reason. Okay, and later on they get addicted towards that also. Okay, any kind of drug, almost it leads to an addiction only. Okay, which is quite harmful, right? So, this is the tobacco, and tobacco, the usage of the tobacco in our culture, since from more than 400 years, this has been used, either it is smoked or chewed. Now, since used, it is used from 400 years ago, even more than 400 years ago. Okay, so that record is there, usage of the tobacco. Okay, so what it is done, either it is chewed or smoked. So, tobacco, is chewed or smoked. Chewing means either directly chewing or chewing in the form of gutkhas. Smoking, it is a cigarette smoking. Okay, but still you should not forget the statutory warning which is written on this, because this is a most dangerous, because it is going to lead to cancer. Okay, then smoking causes what type of cancer? As we know, it's quite harmful, though it is a stimulant. Though it keeps the humans active, alert, but its consequences are quite harmful. Okay, so we are studying those consequences only here. Okay, now what is the chewing up of the tobacco as well as the smoking up of the tobacco causes? Now here mainly this nicotine, it stimulates the adrenal gland. So this nicotine stimulates adrenal gland and releases emergency hormones. You know the emergency hormones, adrenaline and noradrenaline. Okay, so because of the release of these hormones from the adrenal glands, because it stimulates, as a result these emergency hormones are produced and the person will be more active. And because of this, what happens? The blood pressure gets increased and the heart rate also gets increased. So the blood pressure and heart rate increases due to release of these hormones. Okay, then smoking, mainly it is associated with the cancer of the lungs, so smoking is associated with cancer of lungs. Look at this, 99.9% of the cancer, lung cancer, is due to smoking up of tobacco. Okay, so either it is directly smoked, direct smoking, it's quite harmful only, or in the form of cigarette, it is quite harmful. So smoking is associated with the cancer of the lungs, and most of the cancer, lung cancer, is due to smoking up of the tobacco only. Okay, so here smoking is associated with the cancer of the lungs. Then apart from this, urinary bladder, throat, so almost it leads to cancer of all these organs. Okay, look at the harmful aspects of it. Then apart from this, we can also find the bronchitis, emphysema, okay, bronchitis, infection to the bronchus, emphysema, it is related to the lungs. Okay, so congestion of the lungs. Then coronary heart disease, okay, look at this, coronary heart disease, so leads to even heart attack also. Then apart from this, it leads to gastric ulcers. So ulcers in the stomach, it is said to be gastric ulcers. All these are the consequences of smoking up of the tobacco. Then chewing is mainly associated with, so here chewing up of the tobacco is associated with oral cancer. Okay, so look at the consequences of chewing up of the tobacco. So chewing causes what? Oral cancer. That means even it leads to mouth cancer also. right? And based on this, there was an article that was published in the newspaper itself. So what it suggested was, a person who was having the habit of chewing the tobacco as well as gutka every day, he used to keep in the cheeks, and as he used to consume it more, one morning he was brushing his teeth and the brush came out of his cheeks. Look at the situation, that means this part has got rotten. This is cancer. So how exactly the cancer is caused in the humans? Okay, so look at the harmful effects of the tobacco here, which contains an alkaloid, nicotine. So initially, as the person starts to consume it slowly, later on he gets habituated, and once if the person gets habituated, it becomes very difficult task to come out of all these things. Okay, so that's why initial moment it gives a sort of happiness, a sort of well-being, goodness, but later on it leads to lot of dangerous health issues. Okay, and once if the person is infected with the cancer, almost a chance of survival is very less. Okay, so that is the thing here, right? So that's why based on that we have discussed a long major concept of cancer. Okay, so here chewing up of the tobacco is associated with the oral cancer. That means even chewing is also quite dangerous, chewing is also quite harmful to the humans. Okay, so that's why this chewing up of the tobacco or smoking, however they are going to affect us, and even smoking will also reduce the oxygen carrying capacity in the hemoglobin. So that is also a point here which has to be noted. So smoking increases CO, that means carbon monoxide in the blood. Carbon monoxide. So here smoking increases carbon monoxide in the blood. As a result, the oxygen carrying capacity gets decreased. That means the cells won't get enough quantity of the oxygen. When the cells do not get enough quantity of the oxygen, then how can the cell function normally? So it's not possible. So that's why as it is going to lead to the health issues. That means it's also one of the major cause for it. Okay, so that's why when we know regarding the effect of the drugs initially, then later on how the health consequences that we are going to face. So based on this knowledge, we should be very aware, alert about all these drugs that are going to damage. Okay, that means voluntarily if we get addicted towards the drugs, remember, you have to remember that death is certain one day if there is an addiction. Okay, so this is regarding the drugs, various different of the drugs, and the last one was the tobacco. Then apart from that, even other different types of the drugs are there which are not mentioned here. As I told you, tea and coffee, so they also contain the drugs. Caffeine is a drug. So because of that, some people get addicted towards that also. Okay, and if you want to check whether you are addicted or no towards tea and coffee, you just leave tea and coffee for a day. Don't drink even a sip of tea or a coffee. Suppose if you won't feel any difference on that day, then ultimately it means that you are not addicted. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ನೀವು ಆ ದಿನ ಟೀ ಅಥವಾ ಕಾಫಿ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನೋ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡಂಗೆ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಆರ್ ಎಡಿಕ್ಟೆಡ್. ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಸಿಂಪ್ಟಮ್ ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ತಲೆನೋವು ಬರೋದು, ಓಕೆ, ಸುಸ್ತು, ಆಯಾಸ, ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವ್ನೆಸ್ ಇರೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ನಾಗ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ರೀತಿಯೂ ಸಿಂಪ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಕೆಲವು ಜನ ಅಡಿಕ್ಷನ್ದವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾವು ಊಟ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಚಹಾ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? That is a sort of an addiction, right? So whether to have tea and coffee, hangidra tea ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಫಿ ಕುಡಿದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು ಕೆಟ್ಟೋ, it's good if it is taken in small dose because it is a mild stimulant which from the health point of view it is also good. Okay, tea and coffee, morning 1 cup, evening 1 cup. Okay, it's good. Okay, and its quality should be good only. right? You should feel the taste of the tea as well as the coffee. It's good for health, right? If it is taken in optimum dose, normal dose, okay. Excessive dose is not good for health, right? Because it also leads to some sort of problems, okay. So with this, let's move on to the next subheading. Next subheading is adolescence and drug or alcohol abuse. So here we have adolescence and drug or alcohol abuse. Now let us come to the definition of the term adolescence. What do you mean by adolescence? And what are the associated problems with respect to the adolescence? Now with respect to the adolescence, as we come across the term adolescence, let's go to the definition of this. Adolescence, it is a time period from the childhood to adulthood. That means we can call them as teenagers. Adolescence is a period, they are neither children's, they are neither adults. It is an in between stage. So that's why we say it is a time period between childhood to adulthood. Okay, now this is in between at the age of 12 to 18 years, okay, where we also call it as the teenagers. So the period between 12 to 18 years of age, this is said to be adolescence. Now why this adolescence is related with drug as well as alcohol abuse? This is because adolescence is a period where we call this as a crazy period of life, because some of the hormonal changes, psychological changes and physical changes we observe it due to the hormones, okay, that are producing. So due to those hormonal changes, we find a sort of independence, self-centeredness in case of this age. That's why this adolescence is taken with respect to the drugs as well as alcohol abuse. This is because it is a period where we also call it as a site of curiosity, adventure. Excitement and experiment, along with entertainment. All these things will start at this age only, okay. So curiosity, they will be very curious about new things. Adventure, so they want to do something adventure, they want to go for climbing up of the hills, okay, trekking purpose, then racing, all those things. So they want to do some adventure, they want to visit different places. Visiting is not bad, it's good, but taking risk is bad, okay. So whenever you go towards the waterfalls, okay, going for the waterfalls is good, because we have to look at the aesthetic value of the nature. Nature's beauty has to be observed, okay. But going nearer to the water where there is a more risk, right, of slipping as well as falling. So that is what is said to be dangerous adventure. Excitement, so all the adolescence age, they will be very excited towards certain things. Experiment, they start to do the experiment, right. If it is a chewing up of the tobacco, smoking or alcohol consumption, so this is what is said to be an experiment. Then this is for the purpose of entertainment. In the name of entertainment, what is happening? it is going to damage their life. This is because this is the time period where there will be an addiction, because the newspaper, media, televisions, movie, all the cinemas along with the present day internet, they play an important role. How best you make utilize of all these things, whether you are utilizing it in a proper way or whether you are utilizing it in an improper way. Okay, so look at the things here. Now utilizing it in a proper way means, if your thinking is right, positive, then you will go in the right pathway. Suppose due to this curiosity and all these things, what happens if you are moving towards a wrong path or towards attracted towards all these things, because drugs are such things which makes the person more attractive. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಳ ಆಕರ್ಷಣೆ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅನಾಹುತನೂ ಇರ್ತದ. Okay, so that's why you should be very alert about all these things. Okay, so that's why this has been introduced here, adolescence as well as the drug abuse. Now every person in their lifetime, they have to cross this adolescence period. Only the thing is, if our mind is in our hand, then ultimately nothing will happen. So that's why my suggestion is, your brain, let it be yours only, don't give it in the hands of the others, because others will play with your brain. Okay, that means they will play with your emotions. So that's why don't be a prey for a predator at the adolescence age. Which is the right way, which is the wrong way, you should be able to judge all these things. So based on that, after crossing this age, then ultimately you will move into the right pathway where you can make your good life. Okay, because still lot of life is there. This is not only the period, still after this also you have the time for your enjoyment in your life. Okay, where you can go to all the places, you can do according to your wish, but do it properly in a proper pathway. By that it should not hurt anyone. Okay, so that is the thing here with this basic part of the adolescence drugs. Still we have the continued part of the adolescence drugs, as well as how the person gets addicted towards various types of drugs, symptoms, effects, all these things. We'll look this in the next session. Thank you.